Welcome back, everyone, to Rare Coins Info, the channel where we do not just look at coins, we uncover the stories, the secrets, and the staggering values hiding inside them. If you are new here, welcome to the family. This channel is built for real collectors, for curious minds, for the everyday American who wants to know what is truly sitting in their coin jar. We break down rare coins, explain grading, discuss values, and we do it in a way that makes sense for everyone, from the beginner to the seasoned numismatist. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because you do not want to miss a single episode, and trust me, what is coming in today's video is going to leave you speechless. Alright, let us get into it. Coin number 1. The 1965 Washington quarter dollar. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a quarter, an ordinary quarter. You toss it on the counter, you walk away, and you never think about it again. Now imagine that someone else picks it up, looks at it closely, and realizes they are holding something worth $5 million. That is not a fantasy. That is the real story of the 1965 Washington quarter, and today we are going to talk about every single detail that makes this coin one of the most remarkable, most talked about, most emotionally charged pieces in all of American numismatics. Let us go back in time, because to truly understand this coin, you need to understand the moment it was born into. The year is 1965. America is in the middle of a silver crisis. The price of silver had climbed so high that the United States government made a decision that shook the entire collecting community to its core. They removed silver from the dime and the quarter entirely. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver. After 1965, they were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. This was a massive change. Collectors were devastated. The entire feel, the weight, the sound of the coin hitting a surface, everything changed. But here is where the story gets interesting. Here is where the mystery begins. During that transition, something happened inside the mint that was never supposed to happen. A small number of 1965 quarters were struck on the old silver planches, the silver blanks that were still floating around in the production system. These coins are known as transitional error coins, and they are among the rarest and most valuable errors in the entire history of United States coinage. The mint was not supposed to let a single silver planche slip through, and yet they did. And the coins that resulted from that mistake are now the subject of obsession for collectors all across the country. Now here is what you need to know about this coin from a technical and numismatic standpoint. The 1965 Washington quarter has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. It has a weight of 5.67 grams if it is the standard clad version. But if you are holding the silver transitional error coin, the weight jumps to 6.25 grams. And that difference in weight is one of the first things a serious collector or grader will test for. The thickness of the coin is 1.75 millimeters. These physical specifications matter enormously when it comes to authentication, and this is where professional grading services like PCGs, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, come into play. When a coin like the 1965 silver transitional error quarter is submitted to PCGs or NGC, it goes through an incredibly detailed examination process. Experts look at the strike quality, the surface preservation, the luster, the eye appeal, and they verify the metal composition using precise testing methods. The coin is then assigned a grade on the Sheldon scale, which runs from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS65 or higher, meaning mint state, near perfect condition, with full original luster and no distracting contact marks, is the kind of coin that commands the highest prices at auction. And the 1965 Washington quarter in silver error form, graded at that top level, is valued at $5 million. $5 million. Let that sink in for a moment. A quarter. A coin that most people would drop into a vending machine without a second thought. And it is worth $5 million because of a mistake that happened in a government mint over 5 decades ago. The emotional weight of that reality is something that every collector understands deeply. This is why people search through rolls of coins at their kitchen tables late at night. This is why people visit estate sales and dig through old jars. Because somewhere out there, these coins exist, and they are waiting to be found. Now let us talk about condition. Because condition is everything in the coin world. A 1965 quarter that has been circulated heavily, with scratches and wear across the face of George Washington, across the eagle on the reverse, is a very different coin from one that has been preserved in original mint condition. The design itself, created by sculptor John Flanagan and modified in 1965 for the new clad format, features Washington's portrait on the obverse and a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. The details of Washington's hair, the lines of his jaw, the feathers on the eagle, all of these elements are examined under magnification when grading takes place. If you believe you have one of these coins, the first thing you should do is weigh it. If it comes in at 6.25 grams rather than 5.67 grams, that is your first signal to get excited. Next, take it to a professional. Do not clean it. Do not rub it. Do not do anything to alter its surface, because cleaning a coin can destroy thousands or even millions of dollars in value instantly. Submit it to PCGs or NGC for authentication and grading. And when it comes to selling, the right place for a coin of this magnitude is a major numismatic auction house. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers are the two most respected names in rare coin sales in America. These platforms connect your coin with serious buyers who understand exactly what they are looking at, and they will pay accordingly. The value of this coin in top condition is $5 million, making it one of the most extraordinary quarters in existence. And we are just getting started. Coin number 2. The 1978 D Washington quarter dollar. Stay with me, because coin number 2 takes this story to an entirely new level. If coin number 1 left you speechless, then what you are about to hear is going to make your heart race. We are talking about the 1978 D Washington quarter dollar, a coin minted in Denver, Colorado, carrying a tiny letter D beneath the eagle on the reverse, and hiding a secret that puts its value at $7 million. The Denver Mint has a proud and storied history. It has been producing coins since 1906, and the coins it strikes are among the most collected in American numismatics. The D Mint mark is a symbol of that Denver origin, and for most 1978 D quarters, it is simply a collector curiosity, a small detail that tells you where the coin was made. But for a specific group of 1978 D quarters, that mint mark is part of a story so rare, so unusual, that only a handful of examples are known to exist. Here is where we need to talk about die errors and striking anomalies. The 1978 D Washington quarter, in its most valuable form, is believed to have been struck with a double die, or a significant planchet error that affects the entire presentation of the coin. Double die errors occur when the hub used to create the die imparts its design more than once at slightly different angles, resulting in a coin where design elements appear doubled, sometimes dramatically so, sometimes so subtly that only a trained eye can detect it. When this kind of error combines with a coin that has been struck in exceptional condition and preserved in that condition for decades, the result is a numismatic specimen of extraordinary rarity. Let us talk about the physical details of this coin. The 1978 D Washington quarter has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, consistent with the standard clad quarter format established in 1965. The weight is 5.67 grams. The thickness is 1.75 millimeters. The composition is copper-nickel clad, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. These are the standard specifications, but it is what happened during the striking process. The errors, the anomalies, the unique characteristics that separate an ordinary 1978 D quarter from a $7 million treasure. Now let us talk about what PCGs and NGC do when a coin like this comes through their doors. First, the coin is visually inspected by expert numismatists who have spent decades studying exactly this kind of material. They look at the mint mark itself, examining whether it was applied correctly, or whether there are signs of repunching, doubling, or misalignment. They look at the surfaces of the coin under powerful magnification, searching for die cracks, die clashes, planche flaws, and strike characteristics that would confirm a significant error. They test the metal composition, and then they assign a grade that reflects both the technical quality of the coin and its rarity. A 1978 D quarter with a confirmed major error, graded MS65 or above, is a coin that belongs in the collection of the most serious numismatists in the country. The condition of this specific coin matters profoundly. You want to see original luster, that deep, mirror-like brilliance that tells you the coin has never been in circulation, never been touched by the oils of a human hand. Repeatedly, never been stored in a humid environment that could cause toning or spotting. You want the strike to be sharp, every detail of Washington's portrait crisp and fully defined. The eagle on the reverse showing every feather with clarity and precision. The story of the 1978 D quarter is also the story of the American collector community's obsession with the Denver Mint's output during that era. The late 1970s were a fascinating time in American numismatics. Collectors were beginning to pay closer attention to mint errors, and the hobby was expanding rapidly. Coin shows were packed, coin clubs were growing, and the idea that errors could be incredibly valuable was becoming widely understood. But even in that environment, the most spectacular errors often went unnoticed for years, sitting in bank rolls and change jars, waiting for the right person to find them. Think about that for a moment. Think about how many people handled a coin worth $7 million and never knew it. They used it to buy a newspaper, to feed a parking meter, to leave as a tip at a diner. The coin passed through dozens of hands, maybe hundreds, and not a single person stopped long enough to really look at it. This is the emotional core of coin collecting, the humbling, thrilling, sometimes heartbreaking realization that the extraordinary is always hiding within the ordinary. Now, if you think you have found a 1978 D quarter that looks unusual, if the details seem doubled, if something about the mint mark looks off, if the coin feels different in your hand, the process is the same as with any major rarity. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Store it carefully in a coin flip or a hard plastic holder that keeps it away from air and moisture. Bring it to a professional numismatist for an initial opinion. Then submit it to PCGs or NGC for official authentication and grading. The grading fee is a small investment compared to what certification could mean for a coin of this nature. For selling, heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers are once again the premier destinations. These auction houses have sold coins worth millions of dollars, and they have the buyer networks to achieve the highest possible prices for confirmed rarities. The 1978 D Washington quarter, verified and graded, valued at $7 million, deserves nothing less than the very best platform available. And yet, as remarkable as coin number 2 is, coin number 3, the final coin in today's lineup, is the one that is going to leave you absolutely stunned. Coin number 3, the 1984 P Washington quarter dollar. We have reached the final coin, and I want you to take a breath before we begin, because this is the one that collectors talk about in hushed voices, the one that gets passed around in whispered conversations at coin shows, the one that most people have never heard of and yet carries a value that is almost impossible to comprehend. The 1984 P Washington quarter dollar, valued at $9 million. Let that number sit with you. $9 million for a quarter. The P Mint mark on this coin tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most historically significant mint facility in the United States. The Philadelphia Mint began operations in 1792, and it has been producing coins that define American history ever since. The P mint mark itself is a relatively recent addition to quarters. Before 1980, Philadelphia quarters did not carry a mint mark at all, which means that when the P appeared on quarters beginning in that year, it became an important identifier for collectors. And the 1984 P Washington quarter is the product of that mint, in a year that produced some of the most interesting anomalies in modern American coinage. Here is the story of what makes this coin worth $9 million. The 1984 P Washington quarter, in its most extraordinary form, is believed to involve a combination of a significant strike error and an exceptionally rare preservation story. The 1980s were a period of intense activity at the Philadelphia Mint, with enormous numbers of quarters being produced to meet the demands of a growing economy. When you produce coins at that volume, mistakes happen. Planchets get mixed, dies develop cracks and anomalies. Coins get struck off center, and occasionally, something so unusual happens that the resulting coin is unlike anything else in existence. The specific characteristics of the most valuable 1984 P quarters involve dramatic errors in striking, including off-center strikes, die cap errors, or dramatic double die. Varieties that affect multiple design elements simultaneously. A coin that exhibits these characteristics and has been preserved in mint state condition, never circulated, never touched, stored perfectly for over 4 decades, is the kind of coin that does not come up for sale often. And when it does, the numismatic world pays attention. Let us go through the technical specifications. The 1984 P Washington quarter has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. It weighs 5.67 grams. Its thickness is 1.75 millimeters. Its composition is the same copper-nickel clad construction used in all clad quarters since 1965. The design continues John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the heraldic eagle reverse that has graced the quarter since 1932. The motto "In God We Trust" appears on the obverse, while "E Pluribus Unum" appears on the reverse. And these inscriptions, along with the mint mark, date, and denomination, are all elements that graders examine carefully. When PCGs or NGC receive a 1984 P quarter for evaluation, the graders are looking for a very specific combination of factors. First, they need to confirm the error type and its severity. A minor double die is interesting but not extraordinary. A dramatic, undeniable error that affects the entire design of the coin is what places a specimen in the elite category. Second, they assess the preservation level. For a 1984 P quarter to be worth $9 million, it needs to be in exceptional mint state condition, MS65 or higher on the Sheldon scale, with full original luster, sharp, strike, and minimal contact marks or distractions. Third, they consider population, meaning how many examples of this specific error in this specific grade are known to exist. If the answer is 1, or 2, or none, that rarity factor drives the value to extraordinary heights. The emotional story of this coin is also about the era it came from. 1984 was a year of optimism in America. The economy was recovering. The Los Angeles Olympics were capturing the imagination of the nation. And inside the Philadelphia Mint, workers were producing quarters by the millions, day after day, with no idea that one of those quarters would one day carry a value of $9 million. The worker who fed the plancha into the press. The inspector who may have glanced at it and moved on. The person who first received it in change at a store. None of them knew. None of them could have known. This is what makes coin collecting so deeply human. It is not just about money, although the money is certainly spectacular. It is about connection. It is about holding a piece of metal that has traveled through time, through dozens of hands, through decades of American life, and recognizing it for what it truly is. That recognition, that moment of discovery, is what every collector lives for. Now, the condition of your coin is absolutely critical for a 1984 P quarter. A well-worn coin with heavy circulation marks is worth its face value, 25 cents. But a coin that has somehow survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, with its original surfaces intact and its era characteristics clearly visible, is a completely different conversation. Never attempt to clean or restore a coin like this. Cleaning a coin, even with the most gentle methods, creates micro-abrasions that destroy luster and dramatically reduce grade and value. Store it in a quality, inert plastic holder, away from humidity, heat, and light. To get it authenticated, submit directly to PCGS at pcgs.com or NGC at ngccoin.com. Both organizations offer submission tiers for different timelines and budgets. And for a coin of potential extraordinary value, the express or premium submission tiers are worth the investment. Once graded and encapsulated, the coin is protected and officially certified, which is essential for achieving maximum value at sale. And when it comes time to sell, the destinations are clear. Heritage Auctions at aa.com and Stack's Bowers Galleries are the two most respected names in rare American coin sales. You can also consider reaching out to major coin dealers who specialize in era coins and modern rarities, as they sometimes purchase directly and can move quickly for the right material. The American Numismatic Association, the ANA, is another resource, connecting collectors and dealers across the country through its networks and conventions. The 1984 P. Washington Quarter, in its most extraordinary confirmed form, carries a value of $9 million, making it the crown jewel of today's lineup and one of the most staggering numismatic discoveries imaginable. 3 coins. 3 incredible stories. The 1965 Washington Quarter at $5 million. The 1978 D. Washington Quarter at $7 million. And the 1984 P. Washington Quarter at $9 million. Together, they represent over $21 million worth of numismatic history, hiding in plain sight, passing through American hands for decades, waiting to be recognized by someone who knows what to look for. That person could be you. Check your coins, check your family's old collections, look in those forgotten drawers and dusty jars and old savings rolls. Because the next great discovery in American numismatics might be sitting in your home right now. And Rare Coins Info is here to make sure you have every piece of knowledge you need to find it.